My name is Jim Lee, and I'm here to share a little bit about the workshop that I'm doing on how to become a multiplying leader and grow. I've had a chance to work in many different companies and help them to really become vibrant workplaces that people want to be a part of. One of the claims to fame that I like to say is in my last tenure as vice president of an engineering company, I really didn't have to fire anybody. I really created a place that people wanted to work in, and if it wasn't the right fitting, they felt safe enough to let me know so that I could practice business continuity and work with them in finding the best replacement, and also, in fact, help them to find the best place that they could be the best versions of themselves, right? And that's me becoming a multiplying leader. Just because that they're not a good fit for me doesn't mean they're a bad fit for somebody else. And what we want to do is help build healthy relationships with the people that you work with so that they can also give them their best to you. Now, if you're an entrepreneur or a manager, you might realize that you have difficulty not only retaining the employees that you have, but realistically not becoming a slave to the position that you work in, right? We all joined the companies that we have or started up the businesses because we had some visions, we had some things that we saw that could really help the people around us. We wanted to really give fully. But the reality is sometimes we're stuck behind the relationships of other people that we're really trying to build, help them to become better employees. But the reality is they're really not good at it, right? And what we have to do is realize, what are we doing wrong, right? Not all the people that we employ are bad, right? So what I really want to do is take the time to teach you about relational influence. And when you join next week, I'm going to help you to realize, what is it about apprenticeship that really helps develop people to become the best versions, not only of themselves, but in reality, they become duplicates of you. I want to help you to understand the 4 different stages that you have to do intentionally with every employee that you have to help yourself to realize, there might be some unconscious competency, things that you're really good at that you don't realize it's actually a gift and a talent that you have to be intentional in pouring into other people. We want you to become someone that can really help others that are unconsciously competent, people that just really don't know what they don't know, to start learning intentionally and they don't get lost in what we call the pit of despair. Ever have an employee that it seems like no matter how much time you spend with them, they just don't get it? Ever have an employee that it's just weird that they don't come to you when they need help? They just sit at their desk looking blankly at their computer? Well, we call that the pit of despair. And there's a couple of things that you could do to minimize that trap that most employees fall in. And what we want you to do is learn how to take what you know, that information, and help other people to be imitators of it before they become innovators of it. Because most of the times when we tell people how to do things, unfortunately, they kind of do it wrong and they become accidental innovators where they really aren't becoming great employees, right? And if you find yourself in that trap, again, please take the time to really join us, have this vibrant conversation. We'll be meeting next Thursday, September 24th, from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. And afterwards, I'll be answering all your questions that you have. Feel free to ask me anything about the different type of working dynamics and problems that you might have with employees. And I could probably help you to understand some simple tools that you could use to help you to become more intentional in multiplying good leadership into them. As well as we're going to have from 12:30 to 1 p.m. some networking time. So be sure to be camera ready and be available so that you can meet other people that are a lot like you. Again, my name is Jim Lee, co-founder of Bespoke, and I'm really excited to be a part of this journey with you and help you to understand what you can do to become better leaders and multiply well. See you then.